Let's simplify the first one. So n to the negative fourth power, negative in the exponents, which means you flip it 1 over n to the fourth. And what is w to the 0 power? You guys remember anything to the 0 power is 1. So it's going to be just this 1 over n to the fourth. I'm going to plug in n. What is n here? N is negative 2. So you're going to plug in negative 2 here, and then everything should be the same. So what is 1 over negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2? You multiply these to 4, these to 4. So 4 times 4 is 1 over 16. Okay, what about something over something? You have to use division sign. And the n to the negative first power divided by w to the second power. And we know that this one should be flipped. So it's going to be 1 over n divided by w squared. And you're going to use keep change. You're going to do keep change flip. So it's going to be 1 over n and change it to multiplication and change this w squared over 1. You flip it. So it's going to be 1 over w squared. So I'm going to just plug in now. It's going to be 1 over negative 2 and 1 over, what is w here? Is it 5? Okay, so it is 5. So I'm going to put 5. So let's simplify this. 1 over negative 2 times by 1 over, this guy is 25, right? So now let's multiply negative 2 and 25, which is 1 over negative 50. If you have this, you're good to go. So you simplify first and then plug in and evaluate it. Let's copy it down. Okay, number 1, simplify. Copy it down in the corner, simplify, and plug in all the numbers, plug in numbers, and evaluate. Evaluate means you simplify. I'm going to go over 12 and 15 and let's see 10. No, 10. I think you can do the 10. And I'm going to do 28 for now. And the rest of them you're going to do it for the classwork. So negative 5, negative squared. So we need to think about the base. The base here, it's 5, not negative 5. So which means you have to split them, negative 1 and 5 to the negative second power. This is really important because when there's no parenthesis, I'm going to just put parenthesis. And 5 is only the base. This guy is only the base, not negative 5. Base is 5. So this negative squared only works for the base. So you have to leave this negative 1 behind for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep negative 1 in front of it. And I'm going to change this to negative 5 to the negative second power. Negative means you flip it. And then you're going to keep the leftovers. Everyone see 5 to the square, right? 5 square. So what you're going to do is you will get negative 1 over 25. So if you have positive 1 over 25, that is totally wrong because negative 5 negative squared and negative and 5 negative squared, they're not equal because of this parenthesis, okay? So when the base is negative number and when the base is positive number, you will see the different result. So this guy is a positive number, but this guy is a negative number. I need you to try it on your notebook. Okay, so the answer should be negative 1 over 25. And this one also too. There's no parenthesis, right? If there's a parenthesis, the answer is just 1. but there is no parenthesis, so this should be gone. So now what's the base? The base is only 3, which means when there's no parentheses, you have to split this negative. You have to leave behind for now. I'm going to do 3 to the 0 power. So now we see only 3's are the base. So let's simplify this. Negative 1 times by, what is 3 to the 0 power? We know that it's 1. This guy is 1. So now what is negative 1 times 1? Negative 1. So many people will answer this, oh, 15, negative 3 to the 0 power is going to be positive 1, because we learned that anything to the 0 power is 1. But if there's negative in front of it without parentheses, it's going to be negative 1, because you multiply negative 1 to that number. What about 28? 28, I'm going to go over 28. So 7a, b, negative second power. I'm going to use division symbol between these numerator and denominator, divided by 3w. Okay, so now let's do keep, change, flip. Before I do that, I really want to simplify this part first, okay? So it's going to be 7a 1 over b squared, right? So divided by 3w. I didn't do keep, change, flip yet. And it's going to be, I'm going to just put over 1. So it's going to be 7a over b squared. And divided by 3w. Now I'm going to do keep, change, and flip. So keep, change, and 3w over 1, you flip it, 1 over 3w. So if you just combine them, 7a, if you combine the bottom, I usually put number first. That's what Algebra 1 class do. So 3 and b squared, alphabetical order, w. So if you have this, then you're good to go. I know it has a lot of steps, but first thing you need to do, you deal with negative exponents. Okay, negative exponents. And you do keep, change, flip, and you simplify it. So I really need you to remember the steps. So the rest of them, I need you to do it for the classwork. You do keep, change here. So it's going to be 3x squared. Keep, change, flip, keep, change, flip. So keep, change, and y over 1, y over 1. No, 1 over y, because you have to flip y over 1, 1 over y. So the answer is going to be 3 over x squared and y. These are the answer keys, so I need you to copy it down if you don't have it. And you have to show your work on the quiz or test like I do.